Welcome back to 30days of love.org. This is day 9. My name is Kai, or you can call me Xing Wei. I'm not a relationship expert, and I'm not a guru or coach in relationship, but this is just an opinion that I'm sharing with everyone. So what I do is I attempt to answer questions from Quora, questions from YouTube, or questions from my friends themselves on relationship, and I'm just going to share a little bit of my experience around them. So this experience are not to be taken for fact, but it's more of where I've came from over my years of relationship, and I just hope that it will get to help someone out there. So the question that I've gotten so far for today is that how do I let someone know that I have feelings for them? So I'm just going to interpret this question in a sense that, how do I let that person know that, I like them, right? So, there is a lot of different dimensions in this question itself. So the first thing you have to take note is that, get prepared for a world of hurt, right? So why would I say that? It's because that, it's likely that you will not be the likeness or the same feeling may not be reciprocated. So one thing we have to understand is that we are always living in our own bubble, like it or not, and the other person is living in their own bubble. When these two bubbles coincide, you liking that person and they like you back, well, you have a happy ending. Otherwise, it's always your bubble, you like that person, and that person, if you just happen to fall into their version of who they like, then they'll like you back. Otherwise, it's always just a projection of who you think you like, right? So first of all, you just have to get ready for that. So there will be a lot of ways. If you go online, you can find a lot of ways to confess. You can find a lot of ways to actually be able to speak to that person, take it step by step, and gauge the person's interest. This is where I say, don't really listen to them, because whether it works or it doesn't work, it's not really dependent on some magical theory. You touch her here and she will react, and then say a few words, and then if she gives this answer, that means she's ready. No. Alright, why no? Because everybody grew up from a different environment, whether you like it or not. Even people from the same family grow up in the same environment. They're going to have different responses to different words and different phrases. So there is no one size fit all, and there is no answer for anything. So having said that, I think just share with you a little story is that my version of things when I actually dated my girlfriend was that I thought the sequence of me liking her and the signs that she have shown to me that to show that she liked me was actually extremely different from her point of view. The points where she fell for me was much more different from the points where I thought she fell for me, right? So there's a discrepancy in place, right? So that will give you a clue to how effective it is, right? What you do and what you think you do is going to be appearing very differently in terms of effectiveness to the other person. So always get to know the other person better. Don't assume, don't learn anything from the internet to feel out, all of this is essentially only to do one thing, is to prevent you from hurt. But here's the irony of it, is that if you like to love someone, you're going to be vulnerable, you're going to open yourself to a world of hurt. And the first step, if you're going to take, is to protect yourself from being hurt. Guess how that goes down? You're not going to have a very, very open relationship if all you're going to do in the relationship is just to protect yourself and constantly protect yourself. You're not going to be vulnerable, you're not going to be open. It's going to be a very closed-off relationship where you expect the other person to be acceptive of you and you not being totally open. So that's not how a positive relationship is going to go. So let me bring back the question to how do you want to let the person know that you have feelings for her or him? So first of all, you need to open a line of conversation. You want to be able to see if the other person is going to accept you to have the comfortable conversation first. Alright, so open a line of conversation. Then next, after you open a line of conversation, you always have to pluck up your courage to tell them how you feel about it. Here's where I differ from all of the internet pickup artists or the internet dating guru, like you have to do this, or you have to put yourself in a valuable position such that they will come and confess to you, or they will talk to you instead. I think, to hell with that. By the time you are done with that, you have done waiting, the opportunity has passed. Be a man or be a woman, go up there and tell them how you feel. Throw the ball in their court, because if they really like you and they feel the same way, they will reciprocate and they like you, or at least they are willing to give a chance to you, right? If you throw it, if you just keep the ball, keeping the ball in your court, you're just protecting yourself. That's not going to work. Throw it in there. At the very least, they will thank you for being courageous, or at the very, very least, they'll be flattered. All right, unless you're a creep, then you might just creep them out, but the likelihood of that is pretty low. So let them know as clear as possible that you have feelings for them, and you do find them as a romantic partner. This requires a lot of courage. As I've mentioned, it's really opening yourself up to be vulnerable. And throughout your experiences, you're going to need to be more and more vulnerable as the relationship goes on. Whether it is a romantic relationship or whether it is a working relationship, you have to be vulnerable in order for the relationship to work and for you to be aligned with whatever goals you have. So it's really, really simple. If you didn't have time to listen to this video, it's all, the TLDR version is have a chat, get her or him out for a chat and then open it up. All right, be vulnerable, and that's how you actually be able to last through the relationship and get a good guy or good girl. All right, I hope this helps you to clarify a little bit of things. So most of the time I actually come from a more coaching point of view, or more self-aware point of view. So these are certain things that might not sit well with you immediately, but I hope along the way you're actually able to make sense of them. Right? So I come from 30daysoflove.org website. We are actually working with our friends in the community to work on this project on love and connections to the other party. So if you haven't gotten the video, or you haven't gotten the worksheet, click on the subscribe button below and look forward to more videos. For the worksheet, there's a link below. Click on it and then give your email, subscribe to us, and you'll be able to get a free worksheet. So I do post videos daily for now. So just keep following us, and I hope I will be able to give you more value in the future. Right, so that's all for today. Take care.